The plane bearing President Rodrigo Duterte and his official delegation is en route back to the Philippines. Touchdown at the Francisco Bangoy International Airport in Davao City is about midnight tonight. President Duterte has just concluded a two-leg foreign trip that saw him in Hainan, China for the Boao Forum for Asia and in China's Special Administrative Region of Hong Kong. As Rocky Ignacio reports, palace executives say the president will be bringing home billions of pesos in investment commitments from Chinese businessmen.
President Rodrigo Duterte had a fruitful visit to China that will make more Filipinos happy. In a press briefing in Hong Kong, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque said that the chief executive will bring home more than 13 billion pesos in investments following his meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping. The palace official added that even President Xi recognizes that the relations between the Philippines and China are not only focused on territorial disputes in the West Philippine Sea.
Now, the 500 million renminbi or 3.8 billion was part of the agreement signed by Secretary Dominguez. Now, the 9.5 billion were private agreements, memorandums signed between private entities who intend to invest in the Philippines, and the president was witness to these agreements. And of course, the agreements, the memorandum of intent or memorandum of agreement were signed on the part of private investors and the Department of Trade and Industry. So two sets of agreements, the private investments and the bilateral agreement.
Foreign Affairs Secretary Alan Peter Cayetano said that President Xi Jinping has accepted the invitation of President Duterte to visit the Philippines. Cayetano said the government is now preparing for the upcoming visit of President Xi, probably in the last quarter of the year. He also assured the visit will be significant and substantive for both countries.
So we are readying for the end of the year. But we don't have any final plans yet. So we haven't got word from them because usually, what happens there is that they propose a date, then we say if it's acceptable or not, or we give them a couple of dates and then everything pushes through. But it depends on the culture and tradition of that country. And I've noticed the Chinese, when they have a state visit, it's very much well prepared. And there are a lot of agreements, there are a lot of projects that are lined up aside from the existing projects. So it's not going to be simply President Xi and President Duterte meeting. There's going to be substantive agreements, there's going to be announcements, there's going to be a boost in the momentum of our relationship with them.
The Philippines and China have sealed agreements that include assistance to improve government state radio. China has given the go signal to start a 100 million peso project.
During the bilateral also, it also gave me reason to be very, very happy with Duterte because President Xi also mentioned specifically the importance of media exchange between the Philippines and China and the rest of ASEAN. So this only means that the scholarships that China has been giving the country, the Philippines, specifically to the media members of government, will continue for the next 4 years. So that was the first time that President Xi mentioned the importance of media exchange between our country and China. And as you may know, that one of our major goals under the Duterte administration is to improve our government media, PTV, Radyo Pilipinas, Philippine News Agency, and the Philippine Information Agency.
Rocky Ignacio for The Nation.